everybody, it is me, Everperskatoozy, and today we are here with Citrus, episode 8. So, Citrus, episode 8. It has been exactly 2 days since it came out, or I guess a day, and this episode was, I guess, the other half of book 3, and to be honest, the ending, the ending is, is really funny because you hear the music coming out of Matsuri's headset, and it's just techno music, like boppity techno music, or maybe it's pop, and it's just that scene just seemed weird because it seemed like a tension-filled scene, but hearing the techno music just made it weird, and and for some reason they ended it when there's only one chapter left. Like there's only one chapter left, so I don't know if they're gonna do a full chapter for the next episode, but they're probably gonna do like half of the episode is gonna be the ending of book 3, and then we'll start book 4, which I guess we'll get is when they'll do the school festival trip. The school festival trip. I've also noticed that they change the opening song every episode. I don't know if anybody else notices this because I guess I'm the only person that doesn't skip openings. I watch it every single time. The only time when I skip it is usually when I want to just watch the episode right away, but sometimes I usually just watch it because there's just I guess I'm just wasting my time watching it. But if you'll notice, there's some scenes that they stretch out to be a little bit longer, but then some of them are shorter, and then sometimes they add extra scenes. Because one of the scenes is that they made Yuzu's head shake a lot more than it's supposed to when they're doing the scene of her in the classroom. Sorry, my voice. When they're doing the scene of her in the classroom shaking her head when she's staring at May and like fiddling with her hair. What else happened in this episode? Oh yeah, seeing I find it funny how I think it's either Yuzu planned it or Matsuri asked Yuzu to hang out with her, but then Yuzu decides to bring someone else. That is such a cock block, especially when someone wants to hang out with just you, but then you bring someone else, like that just ruins the fun. I have no idea why she would do that, but seeing when she like when Yuzu Matsuri were hanging out together in that story and seeing the couple staring at them as they're talking. Matsuri is like flirting and calling out Yuzu in front of this like couple, this guy and a girl, and they're listening to their conversation and seeing their reaction to Matsuri saying like let's have sex and stuff like that is just super hilarious. I don't even know if that happened in the manga. I like can't tell if that was like if that was actually there. Like I usually have the book. I usually look at the book every time that I watch the episodes, and just that scene just I don't remember it. Like I'm looking at it right now. I don't think that that happened. But it's pretty weird that did happen though. Actually, wait. No, wait, no. I think I got this wrong. I think there's actually 2 chapters left. How far away am I? Did I get this wrong? Oh, I did. No, it's still 1 chapter. It's just a lot bigger. The book is a lot bigger than I thought it was. But they also they also showed the scene where Matsuri walks away from Yuzu because she can't deal with Yuzu being such an airhead and also not hang out with her when she's constantly only thinking about Mei, which I guess is a problem. You shouldn't hang out with someone else when you're thinking about other stuff because then it just gets boring. But just seeing that scene with her with the boys at the arcade machine. Now I don't know if I'm remembering this correctly, but in the manga, she walks up to the boys and then like tries to play the game, but then or she like tries to get their attention in the manga, and then she asks them to help her out. But in the anime, they changed it to her like like yelling at the machine as she's playing it, which adds to her character actually. Which I don't mind that change if that is actually happening. I mean, I could look in the book, but they probably I don't even if they changed it or if they didn't, it still works out pretty good to the degree that it's going in. And what else was there? I like the way that the world that the way that they're framing the series in certain shots, because sometimes they do wide shots or like really far away shots, so they'll do shots of them really far away sometimes. And I really like the world building, like even though that this is a very contained series, like the way that the world looks like around them actually makes you feel like you're actually there. Like the way that the mall looked, like the outside, the train station, the bus stop, like everything looked really cool. And that leads me on to my next point of just this the bus stop scene. The bus stop scene was so cute, but for some reason it looked very blurry. I don't know if that was like intentional or not. Maybe it was just they wanted to do like an effect with the bus stop light, but just seeing like if you go to that scene, like it just looked really blurry, or maybe it was just the colors, like oversaturation. But the scene was very cute, seeing Yuzu and Mei talk to each other at the bus stop on their way home, because it started snowing in the series. To be honest, it started snowing where I live again. I think I said that last week. It snowed and then it didn't snow for the rest of the week, but then it started snowing again. So now we just have snow all over the place where I live, and just their conversation was pretty good. I really enjoyed seeing Yuzu being super cute and also seeing Mei be cute, but then Mei starts opening up with her talking about how twisted she is and stuff like that, which to be honest, I think a lot of us are pretty twisted in our own ways, but Mei is there. To be honest, if I had to describe which character I relate to the most, it'd probably be Mei. So usually, like, if I were to insert myself into a story, if you've heard of people doing that, because sometimes you think of yourself as a main character, I would think that I would relate myself to Mei a lot more with the way that she is and the way that she acts. I think I mostly had like that, and then I think that I could also relate to Yuzu, so I guess I'm like a mixture of both, but I'm more Mei related than I am anything else. But I think that explains the scene. Oh wait, I forgot to talk about the Matsuri calling Mei out into the thing with the boys. Then the boys helped out Matsuri because she caught them staring at her panties, which I don't think that happened, but like I said before, I don't think that happened, but I guess it did happen. And then seeing Mei just like seeing how Matsuri was just saying this in the episode when she's saying like you're a slut, for some reason she says you bitch in the Japanese voice actor, but then the subtitle said something different. But I really enjoyed that scene, and I also really enjoyed the kiss that Mei did to her. In the manga, this happened in the first episode of Citrus, where they made the Yuzu and Mei kiss last too long. They made the Mei kissing Matsuri scene just a lot longer than it is in the manga. Like it's just way longer than it's supposed to be. But that scene was pretty good, and that last, like, you could see like the blackmail happen. The boys took a picture of when she did that, and in the manga I don't think Matsuri fell over, but for some reason in that scene she fell over, which I guess works. Also, a lot of Matsuri's facial expressions are god tier in this episode. There's lots of expressions where, like, when she's looking from the side, her eyes change a lot. Like her eyes go from like sinister to cunning to like normal to cute. It's so weird. Like they're like using her pretty well, and for some reason her headphones look CGI sometimes. Maybe it's just there's a lot of detail in it. So I guess this series is really detailed at the same time, where things just work out that way. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all that happened this episode. We also had the ending where Yuzu is putting on a party for the family, which is a cute family moment where they're all gonna hang out and have a party, and Yuzu's baking cake. To be honest, I like baking cake too. It's a pretty fun activity, and I could see why Yuzu would be pretty excited to do it. And also seeing her dress up Mei's teddy bear. I think his name is. I think I can remember it. It's Kumagaru. I'm getting close, but I'm probably just not saying it correctly. But I think we ended off the episode with Harumi, with her outfit. To be honest, her outfit looks kind of provocative, but I guess that's just what she is because she's like Yuzu, where she's like a gal. They aren't full gal. At least she isn't like a gal like that other series. My girlfriend is a gal. At least they aren't that gal. When they're just slightly normal but some gal. But I think Harumin is more gal than Yuzu is because Yuzu was faking it before like in the very starting of the first episode. But Harumin's interaction with her was pretty funny, and her voice that she did when she first interacted with Yuzu was kind of funny in that supermarket store. But next to that, I think that's pretty much all. We ended the episode with Matsuri about to confront Mei with some blackmail, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this episode. This episode was pretty good. It adapted things pretty well. There's some scenes that I think got changed a little bit, but I think that it added to the characters and stuff like that. But I can't wait to see what happens when they do the last chapter next episode, and also start doing the school field trip for their February field trip. And yeah, hope you have enjoyed this review. I think it was a pretty good video, and I really enjoyed what happened to it with the characters and stuff like that. This review might be a little bit different from my other ones because I think that I didn't explain everything too well. But if you enjoy this review, leave a like, dislike it if you could tell me what I should improve on, or if you think that this sounds different compared to my other reviews, because I think that it might be just a little bit different. I could just be thinking too hard about it. But yeah, see you guys later and see you next week. Bye.